So we're back in here in Lacombe, second time for this customer. We did a huge 60 by 120 office for them over there. We're back here on this customer site just to do another quality check on this shop. Make sure that it's up to our standards, check all of our seams, our screws, make sure everything's tight. So let's go check it out.
Quality checks with Sam.
So down here we got a screw that got installed way too tight. Not a big deal. We got plenty of these. We can quickly swap that out. Make sure that the gasket around these screws lasts a long time. These guys did a really good job on their screw install here. All the screws I've seen, they're not over tight. They've been installed really well, but every now and then you do get the random screw here where it's just been destroyed. Now this generally happens when you got 3 overlaps. So we got 2 trims here. We also have the metal, the wall metal. So when you're screwing through 3 layers, it can sometimes be a lot more difficult to drive that screw all the way in. So that's probably why they over tightened this one, and the rest look fine. But we'll get that pulled out and get another one thrown back in there, no problem. Here on these doors, I'm just checking to make sure that everything closes nice. The gasket seals are tight, and the customer's not going to have any issues with opening these doors later. So it looks like it needs a minor adjustment. With these post-structure buildings, it is common to get a little bit of settling now and then, so it could have just been that this building has settled since this got installed. But this will be very easy to fix. It's not wanting to latch right now, but we can get that fixed up. Now we're here to check the insulation here. I'm checking all the seams for 2 things. I want it to be tight. I don't want there to be any gaps between the posts or between the bats. Second thing is I'm checking for the stagger. As you can see, just like we talk about zipper effect on buildings, we don't want this insulation to be lined up at the seams. We stagger them. That prevents any additional airflow from getting through, and it makes the install a lot easier and more professional. Checking for any gaps or cracks. We don't want to have any spots, cold spots on our buildings. That could mean service calls down the road, especially when it gets cold out. We got a vapor barrier seam right along the top of the bottom. Now, because we didn't run the poly with the truss and use the truss as backing, the guys went ahead and they put backing in the truss to make sure all their tape lands on backing to get a nice tight seam at any vapor barrier connection, which is time consuming, but it's the right way to do it if you have a seam. Is we follow up with our guys. We do the corrections that are needed to make sure we have a high standard of quality. I found maybe 2 items that need to be fixed on this one, which were very minor, very quick fix. Overall, I'm very impressed with how the guys did on this one.
Quality checks with Sam.